So therefore, in the last theory, in the last topic, so in the theory part, so we have this formula 2y minus 2. So 2y represent our host. So meaning all the computers, devices that we could connect. So therefore, we can connect it from an IP address from 1 until the IP address 254. Okay? So we deduct it by 2. The 2 represents your network and your broadcast. So that's why it's minus 2. Okay? So let's see. So that's why here I actually put, so this is the broadcast and the network, as I've told you, when you use the logical AND. After that, your network range is from 0 to 255, but the usable IP address is only from 1 until 254, because again 255 is allotted for your broadcast address and your 0 is allotted for your network address. So your host address or the user's address or your mga computers and devices na allotted, pwede nilang gamitong IP address is from .1 to .254 only. Okay? Sure, if I have higher than 254, then you use class, for example. So you use kay only the last part naman ang gisubnet nato. So if you think that 254 is not enough for the number of computers in a company that you are setting up, then you use class B, where the subnet mask is just 255.255.0.0. But if you think it's still not enough, then use the class A IP address, which is the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. So therefore, you have plenty of computers, devices that could connect to your network. Okay, that's how you actually set your IP address. It's not just you just think of anything then write it. Okay, then set up. Okay, so what is the reason that we need to look into this? Especially, it's number one for security, because as we've discussed in the past topic, we need to know what are the computers that should be only connected to this type of connections or this type of groups. Because again, in higher companies, those higher level computers should be connected with each other, and those clerical work should be connected with each other also, and not vice versa. Okay, so let's try another example. Okay, so example, now here we are asked to determine what network or address range does the given IP address belongs to. So pasabot, so kining IP address naa ni siya daghang network. So pasabot na daghan siyang group. So class ano lang gyapon ni class C. So class C ni siya na IP address, but if you could see /27 later on, I'll discuss it. What does /27 means? But first, class C, if you are asked to find the address range, so that this IP address belongs to, meaning dili lang usa ka network ang gigamaan ni. Meaning na ay daghang network. Like for example, ang usa ka network for library, na mga PCs, ang usa ka network nila is for the science laboratory or another networks. So like faculties, admin, so gi-separate yun na siya. So hindi na siya pwede isagol nimong mga network na bisag asa lang scramble. So that will congest the signals. Okay? That it will cause a traffic. Okay. So now, let's proceed. So this given IP address, look into, you are asked to ask where does this IP address belongs to a group. So unsang grupuhan na siya? Like for example, does this IP address belongs to faculty, or does this IP address belongs to the laboratory, or does this IP address belongs to the library? So you are actually tracking where this IP address belongs to. So if so mao na siya. So if you are looking for okay, this computer access my computer or my network, so I've allotted this network, so asa ni gikan, kinsa maning nang hack nako or kinsa maning IP address sa asa man ni siya na belong. So you could check whether where does this connection came from. So matrace na to asa ni siya gikan. So for example, you try to access some files that is not allotted for you, then by using your IP address, so we could trace that came from the engineering department or another departments. Okay? So mo na siya. That's why there are some who have tried to hide their IP addresses. That's why others use VPNs, and that's the security purposes. And for us network na admins, kamo pohon, if you really pursue this part, so you need to really know what are the consequences, and you need to really know how to read IP addresses. Okay, so let's start. So your IP address, let me erase this one. Okay, my IP address is 192. My IP address is 192.168.1.153/27. Okay. So what does it mean? Okay. So from here, so we've known that this IP address belongs to class C, right? So we've known that this IP address belongs to class C. Therefore, we could say that the subnet mask should we use is 255.255.255.0. But since, okay guys, since you have a /27 here, therefore it makes this IP address a classless, meaning wala siya mabilong to any class, because if you have a class A, you have slash if class A /8, class B, that is /16, kung class C, that is /24, because you have 8, 16 plus 8, 24. So, but since if you look at here, this 192 actually should belong to class C. But because we have a slash here, meaning number of ones in your subnet mask, so these are the numbers of ones activated in your subnet mask, then this is a classless IP address. This is a classless IP. Okay. So classless means that this doesn't belong to any class. Okay. So you need to get the the subnet mask of this. Subnet mask. Okay. The subnet mask here is 27. Therefore, there are 27 one that is activated or high or having 1 in your subnet mask. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 plus 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 27 na siya, 25, 26, 27. So the remaining are your 0. So 6, 7, 8. So here, so this one represents the 27. Okay? So that is your subnet mask, or this is equivalent to 255.255.255. That is this is 1, that is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So that is 128 plus 64 plus 32. So when we add that one, so when we add this one, so let me clear. So that is 128 plus 64 plus 32 gives you a result of 224. So we have a 224 value here. 224. Okay. So now, from the 224, we have this subnet mask. Okay. So from here, okay, so this is your subnet mask. From here, we could look at, okay, let me choose any color. Okay, let me choose other color. Okay. So if you could see here, we have 3 ones here. Okay. The ones represent network. So your network. And your zeros represent your host. Host is the computers that is connected. Network is your networks. Okay? Network devices. Okay. So now, okay, last time we've discussed with regards to the formula. So in order for us to get the number of networks present, here you have to use the formula 2 raised to the power x, where x is equivalent, or this x is the number of ones present in your subnet mask. In this part, okay? Kini kay fix na mo 255 255 255. So kini siyang na sahi. So kay supposedly this is a class C, but we have the 3 added one that should not be here, okay? So you have 2 raised to power 3, so that is 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, that is 8. So therefore, we have 8 networks. We have 8 networks na gigamit nato ani. So meaning, we have 8 networks. So maybe the first network is for the library, second network is for the faculty, third network is for the chemistry, fourth network is for the engineering, 6, 7, 8. So admin, treasurer, and utang nato SPS. So we have 8 networks. So muna yung mga networks na to, and under each network you have this number of hosts. So you have 2 raised to the power of y is your host. 2 raised to the power of how many zeros? Okay? So how many zeros you have here? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 raised to the power of 5. So therefore, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32 hosts. So you have 32 hosts in every network, in every library, SPS. So nakay 32 hosts. So manay pwede makakonect ana. But there are only usable host na magamit, usable IP sa host nimo. So the formula is 2y, which is this one, but you need to deduct 2. The 2 represent your network and your broadcast address. So therefore, you have 2 raised to the power of 5 minus 2. So it gives you 32 minus 2. You only have 30 usable host. So pasabot na kay 30 kabuok sa kada network na pwede nimo makonect. Okay? If you use this class C. Okay? So, kung magamit ka ng class C,